on the line, and you're not going to interrupt. You're going to speak for any reason. Some of this you know. I'm going to start at the top of the page. Meticulous. Yes. Methodical. Educated. They were these things. Nothing extreme, like anyone they buried. There were days of mistakes, laziness, and infighting. And there were days, good days, when by anyone's judgment, they would have to be considered clever. No one would say that what they were doing was complicated. It wouldn't even be considered new, except for maybe in the geological sense. They took from their surroundings what was needed and made of it something more. Made of it something more. Made of it something more.
They call me the seeker. I've been searching high and low for a week or so, looking for a golden glow, pushing along past smooth indigo. What do you do when you get tangled up in blue? Some folks are just the hue, giving the masses rose-colored glasses and let them take part two. Search for the spectre in the spectrum, genuine article or projection. I observe silently and I leave the judgment I find in the back of my mind. Not used but not forgotten. It's immunity for the toxic, giving me the proper time it would take me to ease my mind and find a new option. Lots of iron, so many fires, clock management till the time expires. Utter this list of sacred names and maybe rekindle the flames next time around. Now you're trapped in an infinite victory lap, so vivid you might as well live it on 11, knowing you know no limit.
Working doesn't seem to be the perfect thing for me, so I continue to play.
Home, my friend, and you. I watch them fade, but what can I do?
Unlock the door and I say welcome home to nobody in particular. God's lonely man needs to listen up. So much love to administer. I'm the source material. This well will never run dry. That's despite this isolation that defies logic. It's a guaranteed promise of improvement. Embrace upward movement while in the midst of a downward spiral. So many years ago I recognized my love is much more than rank and file. Laid out continuous style, I guess it stretched just about a moonlight mile right down the road. So let's skip the mode that includes the secret codes. Up front we set the rules, the chase won't pause and cannot conclude. Nobody move, nobody get hurt, never wanna be an expert on that. Nothing to lose, leaves no room for games. Stuck with all of these chains and things like the ghost of Christmas past. Living in some derivative typecast reality.
Working doesn't seem to be the perfect thing for me, so I continue to play.
Home, my friend, and you. I watch them fade, but what can I do?
It's you and me. It's you and me.
can manufacture the genuine intervention. The populace finds of the divine nature, patterns that shine brighter later. North Star guidance that alleviates the need for hiding, but probably it'll be alright if I keep it locked up tight throughout the night until morning comes with all of its glory in tow. Baggage that can manage to help the folks grow that refuse to let go of that self-imposed anchor mentality. Gradually missing life, actually stranded in the fantasy land that they planned out. Stand out and reach whenever you put a hand out. I am not Mr. Fantastic, so it isn't that drastic that I can't save you. Basically, I'll play through because my chemistry states if I stand still, it puts us at jeopardy.
Nobody's super, my body's made a hand grenade. Nobody's super, my body's made a hand grenade. Nobody's super, my body's made a hand grenade. Nobody's super, my body's made a hand grenade.
When they hung me out to dry, I proved that I'd fly away towards glory and rewrite my story in multiple perspectives at the same time. First and third person conversation held in a divine tongue, sung to the listening wind because it listened before, so I know that it'll listen again. And it never has an agenda, or never runs game like Ender, or says return to sender. Nothing but a healthy convection, plugged in without an objection, and feeling like an astral projection manifested in the flesh. Protection of a suggestion, phantoms with futuristic data for a complex matter that we declassify with pride. Those who are truly alive have nothing to hide, so watch destiny and I collide.
Nobody's super, my body's made a hand grenade. Nobody's super, my body's made a hand grenade. Nobody's super, my body's made a hand grenade. Nobody's super, my body's made a hand grenade.
Yes, it is true that I am ballistic. One false move means it's into the mystic. When in the blast radius, not suicide because it's not painless. Even if you're classified as brainless, hopeless as a penny with a hole in it and holding it to emulate a puppet on a string. Schizophrenic personality makes a one-man wingman fantasy more than a reality. Maybe something like a lucid dream come true. More parallax blues for the parallax view. I could never sacrifice dignity for destiny. Some suckers try to test me like standard eyes, forcing me to focus with these wandering eyes, recognizing all the foreign elements and lies with strange mercy and familiarity. Detonate as I embrace the solidarity.
Nobody's super, my body's made a hand grenade. Nobody's super, my body's made a hand grenade. Nobody's super, my body's made a hand grenade. Nobody's super, my body's made a hand grenade.
You got words of figurative depictions of people and places of form to speak of a general sickness.
When the bark is worse than the bite, then wild animals bark throughout the night for safety. Like an invisible bubble, digital net to alert them of trouble. Dominant mammals are permanent threats. Any other being that's trying to circumvent my space is the mind frame. Target acquisition in a minimal time frame. Winning the mind game, the losers play. Closest they get to a win is anytime they can drag you in. Competitive quicksand is how I see the lay of the land, and it's at a hand. That's a collective fumble in conjunction with a synchronized stumble upon this epic collective fell of unknown proportion, which feeds distortion. There is an electric energy that connects us that some are not aware of. Therefore, active aggression means the masses lash out at what they're scared of.
You got words of figurative depictions of people and places of form to speak of a general sickness. You got words of figurative depictions of people and places of form to speak of a general sickness.
The darkness exceeds the night. Shadows extend, forcing us to defend the light once again with our band of misfits. Bottleneck maneuver on this army of infants. Something reminiscent of the Blitzkrieg Bop. Shoot them in the back now, and they still won't stop. What they want, they don't know, but they're all revved up and raring to go. Some days life feels like conflict resolution that draws no conclusions, and I wish I could enjoy the silence, but folks feed off tense, I'm convinced. Not much makes sense nowadays, but I won't succumb to these wicked ways as they all play out, spraying out obstacles, separating you and your goals. There is an electric energy that connects us that some are not aware of. Therefore, active aggression means the masses lash out at what they're scared of.
You got words to figurative depictions of people in places of form, speak of a general sickness. You got words to figurative depictions of people in places of form, speak of a general sickness.
I wanna act like animals, I got some focused fangs. 4 weasel hands, shakedowns ain't fed me a thing. Big bad wolf's favorite dish. 3 little pigs that didn't build out a brick, you dig? I feel I'ma need a toothpick and a juice cleanse after I tie up these loose ends. Such a nuisance, trying to keep these dudes in line, but I'm bulletproof, divine, refined with each day like wine. They overrated, underachieving, styles dated, we steady scheming, prepare to be hated, lurking Tyler Durden with the Cheshire grin, here to make sure you fail at that fairy tale ended, friend. Bombing the system with wild style visions again and ascending with this dramatic precision till I blend my crystal eyes with completion of the mission.
There is an electric energy that connects us that some are not aware of. Therefore, active aggression means the masses lash out at what they're scared of.
You got words to figurative depictions of people in places of form, speak of a general sickness. You got words to figurative depictions of people in places of form, speak of a general sickness.
These thoughts are godlike in the devil's hand, and knowing the power separates the animals from the man. On to hand, hammer the fire.
Blue sky morning this morning. We'll be neighbors in flight if it stays blue tonight. Baby, we were born to make tracks until we are running on fumes and the madness consumes us all. We could be the last objects to fall, help each other solve the outcome. So comfortably numb around you, staring at our compound abstract view. It's almost as beautiful as you are, my favorite star, shining bright on a love bazaar. I can radiate in that illumination, half of that good combination equation. There are times I am the leaf, and then there are times I am the wind that bends direction. We could switch sides again and again, to play one role throughout dimensions. Should party at ground zero tonight. Bring your Deus Ex Machina if it's alright with you. We'll use it to converse with a chosen few. Clues get gathered and examined. We dance amongst the strange patterns in a free-form manner like nothing else matters. Puppets on strings, tangled up amongst ourselves in the moment. Amongst other things, human evidence of harmonic resonance. Waves of sound bounce off the edifice that was manifested like inception from the moment of our connection without question. Call it headquarters for the heist, we'll pull on the zeitgeist. We won't think twice about it. Our elements will combine to influence the collective mind and realign the objective. Silent partners, soul caliber collaborators, creators of their own existence, like persistence and motion, healers with a mix of remedies and potions. We communicate soulfully among a range of mystical tones and make no bones about it. Lonesome heroes are less than zero, but not negative, it's all relative. We are artisans disguised as partisans, trapped inside a matrix of charlatans. Like Mr. Overseas, we carry on regardless so the legacy won't tarnish. Harness the energy on some wild hearts can't be broken or damaged in any other fashion. Indicative of everlasting passion and spiritually solid manufacturing. Myself this platinum soapbox. Time to get obnoxious, go unconscious. Be the receiver for a new transmission that's aimed at non-believers. I am Serenity's reavers. Artificial peace created a grim reaper. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Every aspect can't be competition. Maximize comprehension with third eye exercises to help pay close attention. Dig the details of this deception. Inception, complexion, true nature revealed. The powers that be will use me as a human shield. Possibly target practice. Random outcome for random access tactics. We make maps to navigate the hapless, but callous as a blank canvas I am. The poison pen will separate the boys from men yet again. Tend to the tenuous business of uplifting the listless, placing the inspiration right in the middle of the desolation. Four horsemen type domination occurs. Let me focus the blurs, show what the truth inside you prefers. Suckers observe as I emerge from the murky depths of anything that's left behind. Resigned to a much maligned state of mind. Selling cruel to be kind. Do me a personal favor. Boil me in snake oil. Unwind this mortal coil. It's my burden to carry or possibly abandon. Am I the ship or the captain? Either way I'm trapped in the middle of seismic action. Walk on the water if I gain traction. The noise enhances the silent assassin, bumming and so enchanting. I can hardly fathom the passion. Little girl psychotic reaction. We can count 5 before we dive in. Nobody here is hiding or backsliding. You have to ride the wave. Do it like castaways. Slight return from when they tried to phase me out. Didn't understand that the whole idea was a scenic route. Blowing mine like Alderaan. Doomsday device meets the black cauldron. Another beyonder, seeking refuge on the fringe. Thinking on premeditated revenge. Fixation, one-track minds that never converge like some parallel lines. Middle ground that remains undefined. Isolationists in need of a cosign. More than divine design utilized, but it's being neutralized by the unwise and the uninitiated. And whoever else gets lumped in. Gang where nobody's been jumped in the midst of fanaticism, I function much higher than standard operating procedure. Scarecrow sitting in for the Sandman, and the head-out doses of selective amnesia. Withhold the anesthesia. I'm an expert at letting the herd in. Me and disaster have been flirting for ages. We get a kick out of the hell it raises. Hold me like $1 million dream. Lights out makes the redemption extreme. Try to take in the full awakening. These boots weren't made for shaking in. They match the radiant soul and its opposite daddy, Arcadian, any other nemesis. Whatever adjective you name the hindrance. Contempt and familiarity always seem to connect like stations. The intention, spiritual invasion. Now I sound conspiratorial. My seriously sincere editorial. Maybe I mixed up my self-motivation and self-medication meters. Permanent alteration of my whole demeanor, lost in ether. Some folks say it's clear that I'm losing my atmosphere as they stare like animals. Never mind the fact that shaking my hand is a chance to touch the intangible. Handling the back channels, making the end burners out of tracks like vandals. Dismantle any illusion, because real talk is the only type talk I'm using. It's not confusing, I'm fluent, student of the mass influence. Here's my 2 cents to improve the movement. Show that my new speech I use is truest.
Born like this, into this, as the chalk faces smile, as Mrs. Death laughs, as political landscapes dissolve, as the oily fish spit out their oily prey. We are born like this, into hospitals which are so expensive that it's cheaper to die, into lawyers who charge so much it's cheaper to plead guilty, into a country where the jails are full and the madhouses closed, into a place where the masses elevate fools into rich heroes. Born into this, walking and living through this, dying because of this, castrated, debauched, disinherited because of this. The fingers reach toward an unresponsive God. The fingers reach for the bottle, the pill, the powder. We are born into this sorrowful deadliness. There will be open and unpunished murder in the streets. It will be guns and roving mobs. Land will be useless. Food will become a diminishing return. Nuclear power will be taken over by the many. Explosions will continually shake the earth. Radiated men will eat the flesh of radiated men. The rotting bodies of men and animals will stink in the dark wind. And there will be the most beautiful silence never heard. Born out of that, the sun hidden there, awaiting the next chapter.
Full metal alchemic, lay hands on the world to cure pandemics in between shows. Soil glows when my digits enter into it. The fire inside is like fluid that is made to keep us all alive. The cornerstone kid in the midst of a lifetime bid. Spectators gather around just to watch me sing while I'm winning more than Kurt Hennig. Spinning in the throes, any which way the wind blows, I goes along. Serendipitous is a must to adjust to the thrust. Gravity protects me from turning into stardust memories. Scattered energy lost in the infinity of it all. Grab a mask from the ancient gallery and walk down the hall in the wrong direction. You can find me in the hectic section where I get statuesque to avoid detection. Hyper-observant yet wholly uncertain. Triangulate for life, still working the angles. Count on me to be consistent. Even entangled, I am not resistant. If I seem distant, it's just a concentration on my vertical integration. The painstaking creation of a rainmaker. The painstaking creation of a rainmaker. Situational isolation seems to be easing in just as quick as it can. Time to enjoy an ode to the memory of the modern man. Here I stand alone. I can see for miles, then I must close my eyes. I tried to hide the guys like an optical illusion used to confuse a nuisance. The hangman make new nooses in preparation. It takes a nation and millions to cut us some slack. Meanwhile, they stack the odds like Spartans with Persian corpses. And we must absorb that remorseless gesture, smile and nod, while they have the nerve to get mad that we're not applauding. If I wasn't yawning, I might put my palms together to express pleasure in their endeavors. But I'm not foe, even with foes involved. As a young man, my riddle got solved. I chose to let go. Everything from that day on was an echo. There is no hesitation when predestination is what you're facing. Like a reflection, the most inescapable of all connections we make. Spiritual intake. The painstaking creation of a rainmaker. The painstaking creation of a rainmaker. Double helix Phoenix arises. The code I noticed was full of surprises. Like the architect made compromises. Settle for less. My reality is existence. Right in the crux of a collative flux. Mass inundation of the raw deluxe. This is a swan song to all of my comrades who had a last breath face down in the muck. I say goodnight and good luck. Tuck myself in and begin on the decompression. Testing the waters, feeling surreal when reality feels like no quarter. The rhymes are executive orders. Doomsday device to conceal the crisis. Here's the prestige, bringing you back what you needed and didn't yet know it. Poetic justice, for lack of a better term. Sequential cliches that I must unlearn. Bury the experience, everything else must burn. When it gets all consuming, we must stay human. Open the receptors as if you're streaming. Beautiful views of looming like a phantasm that materialize within the dark chasm. The painstaking creation of a rainmaker. The painstaking creation of a rainmaker. Change your mind and get left behind. Expendable object at a sight of the blind. First to be last in line. Excommunication of the undefined. Local Armageddon. The unaware are just letting it happen cause they don't know better. Veterans with a Greek pedigree. Weapons of mass frustration are all I see. Making it time to realign. Scope out the movement in the tree line with my cosmic eye. 12 o'clock high is a prime position to place the fall guy. Super Earth 16 vanishing act. The wrath of the fat of the land has an impact unforeseen when any anybody untrained to runaway imagination unrestrained. I came to bring the opposite of pain, not quite healing but a similar feeling. They make a killing by celebrating the villain. We make up the friendly fire battalion. Where would they go when without ever knowing the way? The sway is reckless and we're all unprotected, desensitized to the idea of terraform and colonize. Versus fed to us like entertainment, then 1%ers will get to obtain it. Still far-fetched for the wretched of the earth, but a possibility for those with that work. They're calling past saves, they blast away, and we do for self until the end of days. If the scenario plays correctly, space weighs in cause they disconnect me.
If there was ever a time for taking action, it's now, but I'm not. So I'm probably gonna end up as a fossil. A lot's going wrong, yo, and something gotta happen soon. My life is filled with opportunities I haven't used. After you and me give up these old prejudices, what will remain of our identities and messages? Unless it's just a big bag of bullshit bereft of any sense of remorse, regret, empathy, or recompense. And then what? I guess we all wind up in the dirt one way or another. Only question's how we get there. And when the Reaper comes knocking, I'll be chilling in the shower, all soapy conditioner in my wet hair. Sense care is gone, compassion is dead. I'd rather listen to this greedy voice attacking my head. So now I'm rapping instead of throwing rocks at riot cops. Stay terrified of little kids with firearms. Connect my brain, inject my pain, protect my pain from any healing. So nothing's what I'm feeling. I swear to God I won't wear a facade, and I'm not spoiling the child or sparing the rod or preparing for what, why, and how time alters the planet. Fuck gods and flying saucers. Stop your ignorant ways, but don't say shit about mine. I'll get to it on my own sweet time, calcified. Written in stone, I stay home, can't survive. Listless alone with play phones, my testimonial gets colonial. And when you're only a little kid, question what you're told, or you'll end up serving the same master your folks did. Greedy got more shit, still looking at your shit. Of course, it's probably just another in a long line of excuses preventing me from actually doing shit.
I got my feet in the concrete, feeling good, feeling set. In my long sleep, never wake from the dream. Reap what we sow when we leap to the drum, but our beat isn't one that you know. I got a need for libido and a need to deep sense of rejection that I've needed to keep me decent. But I don't even think I'm ready to think of the next step in my evolution. Like how smart I gotta be to act stupid. See, we all been the nerd and we all been the bully, and it's all an absurd game we play in the story. When you're smart enough to play, you are always the imposter. So how do I keep it real if I'm all of them? I used to worry I'd miss what they were doing and it hit me. We are the cool kids. I ain't switching up for your amusement. Park your ass there and start the music. And while you're at it, you can start improving. We play many roles cause life is a thick boo with big boobs like a drama student. And that's a cool cause to root for, so draw the curtains. Don't care what you call the future, so long as I can bring the crew there. Just tell me which version of me is coolest. Wait, who am I? What was I trying to do here? Oh yeah, no hero, no sacrifice, no origin story, no afterlife. Just infinite copies of a human and adapt to violence. Drug the mice, give us a click and that's all fine. And salvation is just a fad. I'm trying to save the world one hashtag at a time. Clone that and that'll pay for the wire. All these bright screens and I still need to pray for the light.
Spacecraft hovering, billboard searchlight, hologram transmit. See what the earth like, see what the turf like. Light it up, peace pipe, infiltrate catalog. Gonna need 3 mics. Don't understand, comprehend the dialect. Language got soul. Bang, this my goal. To overthrow the vultures while they nesting. Waiting for the weak to fall from protesting. Just wicked rhymes, no picket signs, no missing time in the present. Let the children in, blown to oblivion. Storm the West Tower, full force, kick it in. Up the stairway, set it off, let it off. R-A-W, thoughts from the messenger, soundbox audio. Hurry up, connect it up, mothership upstairs, force field protecting us. Connect the XLRs, transcribe these bars for y'all and all who can hear this. They brought a new platoon, it's a near miss. Shots fired, hot wires. Fix them up and begin to transmitting. Can't let them buy us, don't try to buy us. Your cost is not my concern. Kick drum, syncopate, watch it all burn. Watch it all burn. Watch it all burn. Watch it all burn. Watch it all burn.
Omega Man, Party 01 that's in demand, just landed and ran them up. Call forensics, Cat 2D is left an imprint. The alter statesman speaks 39 steps in a full arrangement. Prepare for the famous danger. My indifference is similar to the stranger. I'll be rapping regardless of whether or not these events even happen. I sing the loop residual, make continual audio audio-visual stimulus. Lock me in, love me with the intoxicant. Chamber music for lucid dreams. Blast illusions into the brains. Esoteric demolition from the son of invention. The engine driver, down on my soul reviver, down to the wire. Like the rolling for higher, I start cutting for almost nothing. Stimulus infinitesimal. A jaundice dies, still I enjoy the view I share with the chosen few that got clued in on cue. September observer emulation cannot be stationary. Anything less than instantaneous is draining us of our precious time. These are the odds that maximize my bird's eye view for when I rise. Watch me hide from the tides that bind the blind. Fixated on the decline. I fixate on leaving all of that behind. An afterthought of great magnitude. Done with the musical platitudes. The obvious. Those afraid to be bold get cold. A sad day, so I'm told. That reality I'll have the pleasure of never knowing. I can feel my shining glowing. Voluminous leaves remnants of truthfulness. Shadows left like burners in the wall where the ignorant stand tall. Hubris makes you useless, so don't let pride become a nuisance to you. A limitless hindrance. When you attack yourself, how do you employ self-defense? It's official, time to land it like sacrificial. Watch the host, watch him give up the ghost like the heat is on. Holding the soul for hostage, give that man the ransom, help advance him. He works well with what life hands him. The handsome phantom moves in tandem with the surrounding casing. Face God won't be debasing me. Put him in the depths of the ancient vacancy to wait patiently. Waste away, rule the day. Cut these cats out the DNA. Automatic, strong man, stigmatic. Sit back and dig the enigmatic approach. Close to a ghost in flight is how one might choose to allude to the way I move through the composition. Now I can't be touched by my competition, but my lasting impression, driven by an unconditional obsession. Residual spirits don't care if nobody's out there to hear it. Maybe lucky folks might catch it. Always in contact with passionate types. Turn off the lights and I break all laws of nature. Radiate what I write right now with some sonic synthetic. Feeling like I saw it at the same time I said it. Writing on the walls in the halls of time, where the people keep climbing into the night like something to find is outside of the light. 9 lives lost to the curious types. Should have been skeptics, but they believe the hype. Suckers are born every minute. World keeps spinning, creates the idiot win once again, and we're caught up in it. Evidence of blowback sends my mind state to counterattack just to pick up the slack.
Somewhere between premonition and decision, something made you stop and listen, stop a competition. Somewhere between premonition and decision, something made you stop and listen, stop a competition.
Automatic losing, grooves and twos and threes and breeze of words and birds and bees stinging in the breeze, honey, dripping at ease, money, gripping the please, main squeeze, G's, Louise. Watch out for the trap in the trapeze, me and Chief doing basic gymnastics. Somersaults in the summer with the drummer, springboard on record in the springtime, stop. Smell the roses, flows, poses, I suppose around here no Pinocchio's noses. Picking boogers with the biz and automatic friends. What's up, y'all?
Oh, natural, can't you tell? Mom's not the word when the drums absurd. When they get on my last nerve, God makes a new one. Proton, neutron, nucleus oozing on your lawn. To the break of dawn, here we go again. Blasting out the yawn, F to Z, shallow. DJs and MCs doing it nicely, precisely, likely, wisely. Gray beards and sparkles in the eyes. Thunder in the back, lightning in the skies. Another nice surprise, so nice gotta say it twice. A nice surprise.
Somewhere between premonition and decision, something made you stop and listen, stop a competition. Somewhere between premonition and decision, something made you stop and listen, stop a competition.
These little feet were created for the giant steps that I take to maintain the rep. Sistine Chapel with the application and the dedication it takes for completion. Reaching out daily for peace and blessings. Mother Nature's undressing. Our obsession is intimacy, and we know one another quite literally. I am I be. Often I drift away mentally, yet it doesn't hinder my ability to comprehend the gravity of all of this active depravity. Handling humanity, so I'm not a casualty. My escape packet consists of a flak jacket for the ones that are tagging along and can't hack it. They fall into the endless depths of that closed mind bracket. Maybe I'm lacking patience, losing the names amongst all the faces. It's the data I purge as I surge ahead like a dark road without headlights. Dig how my foresight creates more sight. Finished at the start cause I'm so forthright. The fire in which it burns slow is the one that ignites my golden glow.
Somewhere between premonition and decision, something made you stop and listen, stop a competition. Somewhere between premonition and decision, something made you stop and listen, stop a competition.
Eat your gun, call me the son of the only one. I say hold the roller, hallelujah. Peace of mind from an intruder, calls a pruder, and he can document this. Your descent into ignorant bliss. When they reminisce over you, my God, I hope they see your facade. Train wreck in the spiritual mashup, runaway imagination, playing catch up. There's no standing still, getting corporeal on the real. Billions of tiny mirrors that remind me of self-reflection. As possessive as I am passive aggressive, dig my cool, calm and collective. Use it to cage the rage, face layer, personal pervasive, thought purveyor, but conveyor belt production. No obstructions, symphony of self-destruction. We've all got one, mine won't be over, cause I won't write the coda. Put the pen into my bad motor fingers to unveil the soul controller. Appetite for deconstruction that could make you eat your gun. Appetite for deconstruction that could make you eat your gun. Eat your gun. Didn't anyone see the elephant that I left in this room? It consumed with totality the contents of the peanut gallery. No allergy in this one, operates in nothing less than peak condition. Such precision, even in the midst of chaotic times and indecision. Like a magician, turn nothing into something on the upswing. Pugilistic sleight of hand, making it simple to understand. Lamentations for the layman with an opinion on these statements. Rap genius can't decode it, the frame of reference is overloaded. Saturated with a vast array in the chamber that I spray any way I choose. There's no ego to bruise, experience gave me the clues. Proper views from the omnivision, keep my course far from collision. Hold in position on the fringes of the sightline, waiting for the right time. Appetite for deconstruction that could make you eat your gun. Appetite for deconstruction that could make you eat your gun.
Spends a lot of time wandering around town. He tried college for a while, but it consumed too much time, so now he's looking for a job that doesn't involve much work. He rents a room in a large house and rarely sees the people he lives with. One is called something, and he thinks there are some more, but he can't be sure. I guess that means all of us. from a light blue-collar family. He doesn't see his parents much anymore. He quit going to visit when they quit sending him money. One of his grandparents died last month, but he can't remember which. Last summer he thought about sticking his index finger in a fan. Someone told him his fingerprints are unique and he believes there's too much direct evidence against uniqueness. He thinks the differences are minor compared to the similarities. All his days are about the same. He wakes up at 11 or 12, eats cereal or toast, reads the newspaper, looks out the front door, takes a walk, goes to a movie matinee, listens to the radio, watches sitcom reruns till 1, and usually falls asleep about 2. He likes to sleep. Sometimes he has good dreams. That's the finale. Watch the next episode. Joins up with an emerging European terrorist organization and soon returns to the U.S. with a supply of homemade nuclear weapons.